You're live. My first live YouTube experience. Wow, thank you for taking a minute to watch. And I hope that my microphone is working. That will be the next thing that I need to test. Is whether or not I don't like this camera, but my phone's messed up. Mercury retrograde. So hopefully this is working, although it doesn't tell me. Okay, maybe the mic's working. I pushed the button and the only option it gave me was to mute. So thank you for taking a minute to chat about doulas. It is International Doula Day, and I am a doula. And I wanted to come to you today and talk about what is a doula. Because a lot of people think a doula is a midwife. I feel like I should close this down so I don't get too distracted with myself. So, okay, this was super last minute. I really am not camera ready. Oh, well. Okay, this is, okay. The people that are looking for doulas, this is real life here. So, what is a doula? A doula is someone who a family hires to be part of their birth team. A doula is a non-clinical part of that team. Doula usually is responsible for emotional support. They really do a lot of the nurturing and caring of the mother and the father and the baby during pregnancy and the birth time. Doulas are very knowledgeable about birth, whether they just have a very strong instinct about birth and trust that it is a physiological process. A lot of times women who've had a baby get activated to be a caregiver for another mother, whether they've had a super amazing, empowering birth, or sometimes they get robbed in their birth experience, and then they feel that they understand the need, the desire that the mother has. They know how delicate everything is in that time and space of giving birth. And so really, when anyone that I hear about in my community wants to become a doula and they ask about birth, training to become a doula, I'm always the one who's like, just go do it. You don't really have to be trained to be a doula. You have a caring heart. You have a courageous heart. You know that you're going to be able to take action when your instinct tells you to, or when the mother or father specifically asks for something. And you just understand the sacredness of the process and the experience for people. I made a comment, kind of a snarky comment, earlier this week. It's retrograde, Mercury in Aries, sassiness I'm feeling it. So somebody in my community, there's some Facebook groups, and I have left most of those groups because it's just the same questions over and over again, and it's the same people answering them, and it's kind of created an environment I don't feel like it's very community That's not what doulas do. Doulas don't tell you this works for me. This is how you should do it. A doula is supposed to direct you toward educational resources, information, so that you can make the choice that is best for you and your family's situation. And so I get frustrated when somebody speaks about birth like there's just one way to go about it, one way to do it. So a doula is going to support your emotional state by really creating a safe space for that to happen, for you to express yourself, any concerns, fears, get you resources on how you could like exercises or practices for your mindset during that time. And a lot of times doulas offer preparation or education. That's kind of what I've moved into now because I have a few children and it's hard on the family to anticipate birth. So I have moved into preparation for birth and mentoring moms outside of birth, really. You could be mentored early on. You can still be pregnant and being mentored, and how you're going to be a mother, how you're going to create a home and in this motherhood idea that you have. Like, how can you make it work in these modern times when everyone's telling you that, you can't do this and you can't do that. So mentoring people to help them create their own dream reality, as dreamy as it can be when you have young children. And the preparation, I feel like, is super important because when you're relying on a person in your birth, it seems to go bad. I have experienced this myself. A lot of times I think we come to share because we've learned through our mistakes. And so I really feel like it's important to prepare women to be super, super strong and independent, to know that their instincts are the best and truest sources of information in their birth process. I do that through dancing for birth, movement, dancing and exploration, activating instincts, turning on receptors through movement. And so if that interests you, let me know. And there are other videos, there's some dance videos here in this account that might help you get an idea. They're from last year. Things happen slowly in the motherhood period, especially the first few years after the baby's born. And so, yeah, some of that stuff is outdated, and there's new different stuff, but it gives you an idea of really what the essence of the program is like, what I'm like, what interacting with me might be like as your mentor or childbirth prep person. What else? What is a doula? What doula is not, your doula is not a super midwife, and your midwife is not a doula. That's a super important distinction. And before you have to learn that lesson the very long and hard way, it takes such a long time to grow a baby and then birth a baby and learn these lessons. Like, oh, you were an amazing midwife, but that doesn't mean you are going to be my doula when shit starts, So the beautiful postpartum, prenatal appointments are usually experienced with that usually chamber time. And And that's when it's really important to have that really designated individual who's there for your emotional well-being, physical well-being, because it really matters in that time that you feel safe and secure, that you're surrounded by people who trust the process, who trust you to know what you need in that time. Having a couple of people, if things could go long, a strong support team, and being open to, well, never mind that. You be open to what you want to be open to. So that's what a doula is. And if you have any other questions, you can leave comments here. Thanks for watching my first live YouTube video. This was a lot of fun. Been really happy to finally get it accomplished because I was trying on another device and my phone and just having hiccups. So very happy to get this one on there. So leave me questions, reach out to me if you want to, and hope you have a good day.